Welcome back. We're doing a really quick recap of the first round of the NFL draft because we keep doing a bunch of rebuilds, so I feel like I have a place to save for this. I won't be recapping every pick. I'm just going over the ones I think were decent, good, and also some of the trades that were made. So, starting off, you'll probably hear me go through the first 5 or 6 here. Tennessee, you screwed up the draft. I'm just starting this off right now. You royally screwed up this draft. You should have traded out of there. Cam Ward is not a fit for you. I mean, he is a needed commodity as quarterback for your team. Yes. If he's in any other draft, I don't see him taken before the 3rd round, so I think you reached like crazy and probably should have just went with Hunter or Carter and called it a day because, frankly, you could use it. And honestly, I would have said Carter because then I would have said either Carter or Hunter if you're going to put Hunter at corner because you can pair Carter with Simmons or you put Hunter with Snead, and I can't think of who the corners are at the moment. I did the rebuild. But you have 2 good ones. Learn from them. Heck, maybe even trade one of them. Following that up with Jacksonville, you gave away this year's first, next year's first, a second, and a 4th. You traded away a lot for Hunter, and I'm worried you're going to run him to the ground. So, great player. I worry that your franchise is going to kill him. So, please be careful. Please put Fragile on him soon, and do not play him both sides of the ball too long. But I foresee you doing that because you're going to absolutely kill this kid's career. Next up, Giants, you nailed it. 10 out of 10, great job. You hit the D lineman. You hit an edge rusher with pairing with Lawrence, Burns, Thibodeau. You're great. I think you guys said they're not wrong. You still Banks at corner too, so like you got some young defensive players that are going to turn out well. I like this for you guys. I think it was a great pick. Patriots, little bit of a swing and miss there, in my opinion, with your tackle pick. With the tackle, give me a second. Let me pull him because I forgot his name. Will Campbell. I don't exactly love it, but you also need the lineman, so I understand it. But personally, I would have traded back. If I was you guys, move your butt out of there. Get to like mid-lates and get like maybe another first out of it, and you'll be in great shape. But you screwed that up. Cleveland, well done finessing. Jacksonville, getting yourself a first-round pick next year, and a D tackle to help out Myles Garrett not also get double-teamed 13,000 times a game. And that's coming from a Steelers fan. If you would have traded him to me, I would have been a lot happier, but we couldn't keep the cap space. So, with that being said, next being on the board being Vegas. Great job getting the best running back in the draft. Again, same thing as I said for Travis Hunter. Please don't kill this man. He is fantastic, and I prefer him to have a good career like Saquon Barkley or how Bijan's going at the moment. Do not kill him. Please don't. I will make sure that your team loses 19,000 rebuilds. Next being on the board here being the Jets. I'm going to admit the Jets and the Saints picks I wasn't exactly thrilled with. You both could use the line help, but again, I would have liked you to move back. You could have went later and probably found yourself a good one. Personally, I think you both should have went with the North Dakota State guy that the Seahawks went with, which was Greg Zabel. I thought he was a better player. But again, just me. I know he's guard versus tackles, but still. Next one really quick is the Panthers. Panthers and Colts, you guys absolutely did fantastic, giving your young quarterbacks, or Daniel Jones, another one, a fantastic option. Especially the Colts there, giving yourself some options to work with Tyler Warren being able to do multiple different things. I think it's fantastic. McMillan, though, is definitely a lot of help for Young, so I think that was great. Again, I think you guys could use a guard help, but that's also because I think with their right guard, I can't think of his name, is going to retire soon. So, personal opinion, there could use some help. Cowboys, I understood the pick with taking a guard. Again, wasn't a huge fan of Tyler Booker. I liked Greg Zabel more, in my opinion, but I understand why why Greg was only ranked. Actually, he was first in his position. I don't know why I thought he was ranked lower, but again, I thought he was the better pick. You guys didn't agree with me. It's fine. The next one off here, Atlanta Falcons. Way to take a linebacker and edge rusher to finally hit the things you need. Great job. I don't think you whiffed, but I think you gave up way too much for the Rams pick. Considering you gave up you guys gave up 46, 242 and a first, and you only got back the 26th and the 101. I think they kind of stole from you, and that was kind of stupid. I would have rather had you guys try to make a move, probably into early 2nd round, and keep your 2nd round pick, but that's just me. With that being said, who's next on my list? Bengals. I question you guys because if you don't resign Trey Henderson, you're going to leave your rookie alone on defense, and frankly, that's just going to look ugly. You're going to leave with BJ Hill. BJ Hill's not bad, but he's aging, and I don't think he's going to perform super well, personally. Because historically, it's kind of how this works. Two teams that I question your sanity by picking D tackles. Miami and Arizona. You have so many more needs, especially Arizona. I don't know what you were thinking. You needed to do something else. Arizona, take an edge rusher. Do it. You need it. Miami, technically you don't, but I would say do it because you need ends. Next one off there, I've already praised the Seattle Seahawks as great as able enough, so I'm not going to keep sitting here and agreeing with them on that one. Next one I'm going to look at here is the Denver Broncos. I think you guys did fantastic taking a corner. I think taking a corner is great. I question how well they will do considering you took what was technically the third best corner. I was a bit more sold on either Johnson or, where is he at? I can't remember names, so I have the thing pulled up in front of me. I'm trying to find him. I can't think of his name. But we'll go with Johnson. I think there was somebody else. I can't find him. I genuinely can't find him. I'm staring at it, being like, where? I can't find him. It's fine. It's fine. But with that being said, I don't disagree with your pick. I don't think you guys did too bad. Steelers. My Pittsburgh Steelers. I understood the defensive end pick. Replacing a Hayward to try and get something in there. Benton wasn't great, so I kind of understand, but I understand not going with the quarterback route. Enough people are going to be like, we're probably going to go hit the dislike button and be in the comments and be like, how could you say that? Just a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I would much rather run Mason Rudolph for 1 year over Rodgers. I mean, if you want to go get Kirk, I'm not too upset with it, but I would much rather just run Mason Rudolph. Like, especially if that means we're not going to win this year or do well, it's fine. I'm okay with it. Give me 1 year. Then go get a good quarterback. Because the next one's supposed to be better. So please. But to go after them, Chargers, you absolutely screwed my fantasy thing over. I was going to take Najee Harris really early, and then you took a running back, which made me just go, thank you. Harbaugh, I understand you like running backs, but give me a fantasy steal next time. Would you, please? Next two picks I think were fantastic. Thank gosh, Green Bay finally broke their streak. It only took them how many years? I think they said like 20 plus to go pick a receiver in the first round, and you needed it because, frankly, Dobbs and Watson aren't that good, and you probably should trade them. Personal opinion, not to attach them. I do like the Packers, but not to attach your players. Next, coming up off the board, again, Vikings, taking a guard. Frankly, you need the line help. I understand it. Perfectly good pick, especially you got to keep your young quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, healthy, who just got injured, last year. New York, what the heck were you thinking? I understand that you guys basically have this, the frickin', I can't think where Jackson's are play. Ole Miss, riding crew in your front office, but you whiffed. I mean, you're comparing him to Bo Nix as his Matt Miller's pro comp is Bo Nix. No! Not the person you need to pick. Take the person you were who was for half the year was going between you and the Raiders. Please. But you went Dart. I can't say anything. I don't like the pick, personally. Atlanta, again, I already said this. Good job getting back in. I think you guys gave the Rams, though, way too much. You gave up a 46. Yeah, we already went over this. But in terms of the Giants trade, Houston making out like a bandit to get $34.99 at third next year for your first this year. I would have preferred you to probably try and get a second and give up a fourth, but that's just me. But if we're looking at this, after all of that, I really don't have a lot of problems with anyone's picks. I think they all were pretty solid. I understand the Conrad pick for Tunsil, and if he doesn't pan as a tackle, you always can try to move it to guard, because their left guard could use some help too. So, I don't mind it. I think the D-tackle pick for Detroit's great. It has so many people in IR that you kind of need to get the depth there. I would have preferred an edge rusher personally, but I think you can come around the second round and probably try and grab another one there. Or move up a little bit and get one, and I still think you'll hit it. Safety for the Baltimore, their passing secondary was awful. You need to hit it. You hit it. Perfect. Maxwell Harrison, out of Kentucky to the Bills. I think that was terrible, personally. I think that's a late 2, early 3. And you took him at the end of the first, which was dumb. Especially because you guys could use some linebacker help. and you left Jahad Campbell there for the Eagles, which I thought was stupid. Eagles, I don't know, I even look up the Eagles trade to know what they gave up to KC, but frankly, it didn't matter. I think that was a fantastic move for you to get a linebacker, and I'm honestly even more scared of your defense. So please stop being so good. You're making my rebuilds a lot harder than they need to be. And Kansas City, taking a tackle that I question if they can actually play tackle, but we'll see. I could be wrong. But even if they can't, you've either shored up one side of the line, your center guard tackle on half a line, so you just have to hit guard tackle still for the rest of it. I think you can take another tackle or guard in like the second round, and you'll be fine. So that's just me. For that, I think that was fantastic. If you're gonna ask me who won the draft here, probably the Rams. Rams or Cleveland. Honestly, probably Cleveland, because you got a top 10 player, and you got a second. You got a early second, a fourth, and a first next year. Which, let's be fair, with Jacksonville's track record, it's probably gonna be top 5 or top 10, which greatly improves your chances no matter where you end up. Teams that lost, in my opinion: Arizona, Miami, Bengals, Bills, Giants. You screwed up the second one, so I'm gonna say you guys. And Tennessee. Tennessee is the biggest losers of the draft, and I'm pretty sure they just set their franchise back another 3 to 4 years because you didn't move the pick and get something else out of it like the Browns did. Browns won. I can't believe I'm saying that. They actually won something. But come back for tomorrow. We'll do a recap of the next bit of selections here. And then we might have one on Sunday for the recap for the remainder of the draft, but that might be a bit too much for me. So I'll see you guys then. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the drafts and everything.